How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. My name is Odie Matthews. Welcome back to my channel on this website I like to call www.noshoesforme.com/youtube.edu. And today we're going to take a look at two shoes from Lems shoes, the waterproof Boulder boot and the Primal V2. Let's get into it. So first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to Lems for sending these over for me to try out. These are because I do a lot of outdoors activities, so I was able to put a lot of work into these with the water and blah, 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 blah. And then with these, my new active everyday running workout play type of shoes. I mean, these things literally do it all. We're going to get into all of that. So I just want to say off the top, thank you to Lems for sending these over for me to try out. Really appreciate that. With that being said, this is still going to be 100% an honest review about how I feel about these shoes. Overall, pretty amazing. Okay, so first off, why barefoot shoes? Why are they important? Well, the main reason is they're better for your foot health. They're better for your posture. They're better for your arch support. The barefoot shoes, because they allow your feet to be how they naturally would if you weren't wearing shoes, because humans back in the day didn't have any shoes to wear, so barefoot shoes give us a wider toe box. But overall, with the wider toe box and the natural flat, right, there's no drop in the heel, in the, what's it called? I don't have a degree in science on any of this. This is just from what I learned from a couple barefoot shoe sites that I bought barefoot shoes from. But basically, they are better for your foot because it's more of a natural feel on the ground, and your feet aren't supposed to be constricted to tight, narrow shoes that constrict and conform. And also, when you're running with barefoot shoes, they're better because there's less strain on your legs and on your muscles with that drop, and that way that heel smacks into the ground if you're not careful with that drop and regular tennis shoes and stuff. So there's lots of reasons of why barefoot shoes are important. The reason why I prefer them is because I don't like wearing socks. I don't like going barefoot, but socks make my feet sweaty and stinky. I'm not a big fan. So having a pair of shoes where I don't have to wear socks and I don't have to worry about them getting super stinky because they're easy to either wash or rinse or clean or get the odor out is a huge bonus for me. I think that going barefoot is an awesome natural feeling. I have a pair of barefoot shoes that I take on trails and stuff from Vivo Barefoot. Maybe one day we'll talk about those as well. But I think barefoot shoes are an awesome way, not only for our everyday life, but incorporating that into our travel. You take out, for one, barefoot shoes are easy to pack down, which we're gonna get into. Okay, so I'm a massive fan of this aesthetic of boots. This is a good outdoor, or I'm going to the pub, or I'm going to the movies, or like I wore these literally last night to a driving range to golfing. Well, not like golfing, but you know, smack golf balls around. And then I went to a restaurant with some friends. We went out and I wore these and I had a great time. These are super comfortable, right? Now these also come in other styles. Lems has these Boulder boots in a mid where they're not as high on the arch support or the ankle support. They have a nylon version and they have a vegan version, and then they have a leather version. These, like I said, are the waterproof. So this is a leather-esque waterproof. It's water resistant. You can go dip in the stream or can walk through puddles and stuff. You have to worry about your feet getting wet or anything like that. That's clearly what waterproof means. Don't need to explain that to you, okay? So one of the things I like about this is, like I said, they're very comfortable. These are an extremely comfortable shoe. I found when wearing these for long periods of times, whether it was going on long walks, or like I said, just going to like the driving range and stuff, I never felt like my foot was starting to hurt. I never felt like I was getting pain in the bottom of my sole, not my actual sole. My soul never hurts because it's my soul, man. You gotta keep your soul pure, kind of. But my sole of my foot never started to hurt from wearing these for extended periods of time. The ankle support was a huge must because I have other pairs of boots. I was in the Marine Corps, right? And we have these like jungle boots, these Marine Corps boots, and the ankle support on those suck, and those shoes are very uncomfortable, and wearing those for extended periods of time, walking through sand or the woods or on pavement, and oh my God, do they hurt. But with these, luckily, you know, these aren't military-esque boots, but these are very comfortable, and that's the main point I want to drive home first with these, is the comfort level is through the roof. And right, and the other thing is, when I was talking about that zero drop, right, and other boots, you don't have a zero drop. So with these, with the zero drop, it encourages a mid-foot strike when you hit the ground instead of like a ball heel toe kind of strike as if you were, you know, trying to dig your heels in or something. It encourages you to strike in the middle of the boot, allowing for more structure on your foot when it hits an impact, which is better for your foot health. But the thing about these two, I will say, is you don't have to wear these barefoot. You can totally wear these with socks. I've actually got a pair of socks I'm going to talk about that are from Lems when it comes to the Primals, but you don't have to wear these barefoot if you don't want to. Actually, I would say with these, I wouldn't wear these barefoot. I don't wear these barefoot, actually. Even though they are boots, I found that they encourage you to order half a size up, right? So I ordered a 9.5. I'm usually a 9. Sometimes I'm an 8.5. I'm not a very big person. I don't have very big feet. It's genetics, man. What am I gonna do about it? So I tried wearing like a thin sock with these, pair of socks from Mack Weldon that are like a little bit thinner. I found there was too much room. If I wore like a thicker sock, I found that for one, my foot didn't get really that hot because these are, even though they're waterproof, they breathe pretty nicely in terms of like your foot doesn't get too hot in the actual boot. But I found if I wore like a thicker sock, right, it fit snugly in the boot and it was fine. I asked Lems when they sent these, I was like, hey, can I wear these barefoot? And they were like, well, because these are the waterproof ones, the way that this is constructed, we encourage you really, I wouldn't wear these barefoot is what they said, but if you got like the nylon or even the leather ones, those I know can be worn barefoot. I went for the waterproof because I'm a big outdoors person, like I said, and out here where I live, when it rains and there's creeks and there's snow, that's another thing I got these for is the snow. Wearing these in the snow is going to be phenomenal because they'll keep my, snow from, really drenching a pair of boots and getting them wet. So that's another thing to keep in mind when it comes to buying these. But these aren't ones that I would wear barefoot, these specific type, the waterproof, but the other ones you definitely could. So let's talk about the aesthetic of these shoes, right? So they have this wonderfully like finished leather brown look to them, and they're just a beautiful looking boot. I think that the look of these are, again, something that you can wear casually, something you can wear outside, and they're just a very phenomenally pretty, good looking boot. So the other thing is the function of these boots, right? When I'm wearing them, I found that when I'm walking, when I'm lifting, when I'm doing anything in these boots, they move with my foot the way that I want them to. That when I'm wearing them, I don't have to really worry about it not only being uncomfortable, but losing any kind of support, rolling my ankle whenever I'm walking. It moves for a lightweight boot with a very minimal sole, right? With a very flexible underbelly and material that is waterproof, but also really easy to manipulate. I found that it moves and it keeps up with whatever my foot is doing. And that's the other thing about these boots. Like the Primals, you can easily scrunch these up and pack them. As you can see, you can easily kind of fold these down and they can maintain their shape when they unfold. So if you had to manipulate these in any way to pack them in your bag, when you get to where you're going, they're gonna pop right back up into the shape that you want. And that is a huge bonus, because if it comes to packable shoes, right? And I preach this all the time, not preach, but one of the points that I like to hit on at my channel is that, when you're traveling, you want to bring the littlest amount of things that you possibly need to bring. You don't want to bring stuff you don't need. You want to bring exactly what you do. And for a lot of us, one pair of shoes doesn't always cut it. But if you can get away with either wearing these or wearing these on the plane, the other pair can pack away nicely in your bag. And maybe because you're not bringing socks, or because you're able to get rid of that extra sweater or whatever it might be, maybe you have room for an extra pair of shoes, or because these are easily to pack, you don't have to worry about it and they fit nicely, which is a huge bonus as well. So overall, when it comes to boots, if you're looking for something that's like an easy to wear kind of aesthetic, as I slowly, whoa, Jesus, these are a great pair of boots. They also come with an extra pair of laces for these shoes. If you don't want the ones with the little white specks, you can get a pair of straight black laces if you want. Don't know what this voice is, but here it is. So I like these. I don't know, they kind of add to the aesthetic, but overall, a really solid boot that I am a huge fan of. Now on the flip side of that, right, you have these Primal V2s, right? Now I got these because I was like, wow, for one, they come in different colors, right? But I like the black. Because these, I was like, ooh, you know what? I'm starting to go back to the gym a little bit more. I'm starting to work out. You know what? I wonder what it'd be like to work out in barefoot shoes. But I found that when I was going to the gym, I was going to the store, if I just wanted to throw on a pair of tennis shoe-esque sneakers, whatever you want to call them. I call them tennis shoes, you might call them sneakers. Some people might call them chum-chums. I don't know. If you call them chum-chums, let me know in the comments below. As soon as I got these two shoes, I wear these right here more than anything. But going to the gym, right? Comfortable, flexible, durable, easy to run in, easy to lift in, whether it's like calf raises or squats or whatever it was that I was doing. These shoes, my foot never hurt. I never felt uncomfortable, which I mean, if you go to the gym in like regular like Under Armour or Adidas or Nike shoes, right? You probably aren't going to experience a lot of pain that way either. But the fact that these are lightweight, these weigh next to nothing. I mean, it's so light, man. Like, it's so light, it's insane. These outperform so many of the big brand shoes. I used to wear Nikes. I used to wear Under Armour shoes, and I even had a pair of Adidas ones before. And honestly, these are so much more like functional and performance-wise. They blow them out of the water. And the thing is, the price on these is equal to, if not maybe a little bit more than that pair of Nikes you might get from Foot Locker. Nikes run for what? I don't know what Nikes run for. I'm not gonna edit in me looking at the price. But these come in at 105, right? And the boots come in at 165. Did not mention that before. These version comes in at 165. The other ones are a little bit cheaper. These are the most expensive ones, but these come in at 105, right? And I have worn these literally every day since I got this. I got these about maybe 3.5 weeks ago. I wanted to put some time into them. I've been wearing them to the gym, 5 days a week, and I've been wearing them to the store. I've been wearing them out. I'm not wearing these boots, I'm wearing these, and for the price tag, you get more than your money's worth. And like the Boulder boots, right, these are super easy to pack down. They scrunch, they fold, they're flat, they bend, and that sole flexibility makes it really easy to pack these away at the bottom, at the side, on top, whatever you want to put these in your bag. They pack down super small, and they flatten. They're almost as flattened as like the Suaves. I can flatten those pretty well too, but these really pack away nicely. So for me, when I'm traveling now, these are what I'm going to wear on the plane because they're easy to slip on and slip off. I don't have to tie these very loose. I feel like my foot it's not going to pop out or anything, but it's easy to slide off when I get to security, and these are easy to pack away inside the bag. So together, these make one hell of a travel like set or travel duo for going on a plane. These look good even if you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, even if you're wearing jeans. These still go with a lot of stuff. But the thing is, one of the other things I got from Lems, right, were these socks. These are toe socks, right? And a lot of you are already probably like, oh, gross. Yeah, toe socks are weird. Not my biggest thing that I used to like. But if you are gonna wear socks, and this is just from what I've kind of researched, even if you're not wearing barefoot shoes, allowing your toes, right, to have the space. These are covered in my dog's hair. Go figure. Allowing your toes to have that space to kind of stretch out to do this instead of do this is very important for your foot health. And your foot's health is important because your foot is literally the base of your whole body, right? So one of the reasons I got these is because with barefoot shoes, if I am gonna wear socks, I still want my toes to be able to stretch out because that's how it's supposed to be, and it's better for your health. And honestly, these are just some pretty comfortable socks, and I thought they were really wacky. So I got them because toe socks are weird, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty weird, but they function really well, and they serve a very big purpose. Very big purpose. You know what I mean? I can sit up here and I can tell you that, you know, these shoes will change your life, but at the end of the day, we're gonna get shoes with an aesthetic that we like. And that's the last point I want to hit on both of these, is that you have this wide toe box, right? And for a lot of us, that's like a duck foot, right? We don't like the wide toe box. And I was very hesitant about the wide toe box in the beginning as well because it looks weird, right? You know, it looks weird, especially because when you're wearing shoes and you're looking down, you see an angle that nobody else does. And you see this wide toe box as you're looking down, you're like, oh my God, I look like Daffy Duck. This is ridiculous. But the truth is, when you're walking and when you're out and about, you don't really see it from that angle. To me, when I see these wide toe boxes in person, or when I was standing in front of like a mirror, like a body mirror, it doesn't look that bad. Or even like when I saw myself in a picture wearing these, like I'm like, oh, like they really don't look that bad. So if you can get past the wide toe box, and the reason for the wide toe box is, like I said, obviously so your feet can spread out instead of being scrunched up. Scrunched up toes, no good. It's not how it goes. Scrunched up toes, not how it goes. If you can get past the wide toe box, which I think is really easy to do, just because the aesthetic, for one, these boots, I feel like the wide toe box kind of adds to the look. The more I wear them, the more I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually kind of makes them look a little bit better. I kind of like that. And with these, like the wide toe box, you can barely even tell. To me, it doesn't look that much different. But once you can get past the wide toe box, you can get into the health benefits and just the comfort level too, which that's the biggest thing. It's another big point. For one, the look of these shoes I think is awesome, but the comfort and the functionality, right, are the other two main points. And the comfort of these shoes is just unmatched. I mean, you can see inside these soles of these Primals that they're already worn in just 3 weeks. I've been putting some miles in these shoes, and they're still as comfortable as when I took them out of these wonderful boxes right here, which is what I have them set on, these wonderful boxes. So another thing about Lems that I like is they're in Boulder, Colorado, man. Colorado's an awesome state. If you've ever been, check it out. My state neighbors them. I love Colorado, and I love people that make products that like this, like these boots that live in a state and in a city like Boulder, where it's like, hey, that's a state that's like, you go out and you do stuff, man. Like you go out in the mountains and you do stuff. So to know that those are the people that are, you know, kind of doing this, it's kind of cool. It's like Boundary and Wander, right, or Nomadic, right? They live in Salt Lake City, and you know, this is a very on-the-go kind of city where, you know, that nomadic lifestyle is big. It's popular. It's part of the culture out here in a way. And you know, those companies are set out here, so you're like, you know, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's just an extra level of comfort for me, at least. I don't know about you, but that's how it is for me. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about these shoes, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer those. Shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com. Let's have a chat or a talk, or if you want more pictures or videos or whatever I can do to offer to let you know more about these if you're interested in buying. Follow me on Instagram at odie_matthews. I put this up only, not because I care about followers or anything, but because if you check in, I usually put things up to the vote on my story. I like to ask questions, get more involved. I recently put up like, what bag should I buy for my next trip? Because I'm gonna have to buy one, and these 2 bags, like I really want, but I'm never gonna get them for free. So which one should I buy to show you? And you know, stuff like that. Or what video would you like to see next, kind of thing. If you could, leave this video a like, subscribe if you want more nonsense of me rambling about products that I think are cool, which is basically all I do. So it's really fun. I enjoy it. Thank you all the time so much for supporting me and this channel and my bad habits of having too much stuff sometimes that I have to get rid of. But again, appreciate all the love and support, guys, and I will see you next time.